Let's just dive right in, because here's a truth most people won't tell you. You're being measured. Right now, in every room you walk into, every conversation you have, someone is calculating your worth. And look, that's not cruel, that's just reality. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you can learn the art of becoming, well, untouchable.
So this is the fundamental question you have to ask yourself. Are you necessary, or are you just forgotten? Because believe me, there is no middle ground here. It's time to sharpen yourself into a force that the world absolutely cannot ignore, and go from being a pawn to a king in this game of value.
And this quote right here, this is the foundation for everything we're about to cover. It's not about how hard you try or your good intentions. It's about what you bring to the table that is so valuable, so irreplaceable, that they have no choice but to acknowledge you. Yeah, it's a harsh truth, but it's also where your power really begins.
Okay, let's get into our first principle. Your value is calculated. The world, just like Machiavelli described it, judges by results, not your intentions. It's just the harsh math of power.
This slide really captures the essential mindset shift you have to make. It's about moving from this passive hope of, being chosen to an active position where you are impossible to overlook. The key here is to stop waiting around for recognition and start commanding it with what you actually bring to the table. So what do we even mean by value in this context? Well, to put it simply, it's how irreplaceable you are. Ask yourself this: what skills do I have that other people need? What knowledge do I have that actually solves real problems? If you can't answer those questions in a heartbeat, you've got some work to do. And that brings us to our second principle, which is basically the first law of power: scarcity. Just think about it for a second. Diamonds are valuable not just because they look good, but because they're rare. The exact same principle applies to you. This quote just nails the point. If you're always available, always eager, always saying yes to everything, you make yourself common. And common things, they're treated as disposable. When you just pour yourself out with no strategy, you drain your own worth. So how do you actually put this into practice? Well, you don't answer every message instantly. You don't go to every single invitation. You let your absence create a void that other people feel. You're not playing games here. You're teaching the world that your time and your attention are valuable currencies. They have to be earned. All right, our third principle is a huge one: competence over charisma. Way too many people are out there chasing likability when they should be chasing mastery. Charm is fleeting, but a real, tangible skill, that's the ultimate form of leverage. And this slide just breaks it down perfectly. Charisma wants to be liked, but competence earns respect. The world is absolutely full of smooth talkers who just crumble under a little bit of pressure. The person who can actually deliver the results, that's the one who gets to write their own terms. Machiavelli famously argued, it's better to be feared than loved. The modern version of that? Choose respect over affection. Respect is earned through what you can do, and it lasts so much longer than the temporary warmth of just being liked. So this is the path. And listen, it is not easy. It requires sacrifice. It requires hours of invisible work that no one sees. But the goal here is to get so good at one skill that the world actually pays for, that you stop competing, you start dictating. Your presence becomes non-negotiable. Now for a more subtle weapon in the arsenal: silence and detachment. This isn't about being cold or a jerk. It's about strategic control. The person who can't be predicted can't be controlled. And you know what? Silence is your greatest tool for being unpredictable. This quote says everything you need to know. When you speak less, you reveal less. You're actually training the world to treat your words as if they're rare, and because of that, valuable. You create this psychological weight, this controlled presence that makes other people lean in to hear what you have to say. And here's how this works in the real world. When somebody insults you, the weak response is to just explode with anger. The powerful response? Let the silence stretch. Just watch the other person squirm and the awkwardness that they created. That right there is emotional mastery in action. Okay, our final section brings it all home: your reputation. This is not just about what people think of you. In the world of power, your reputation is your most valuable currency. You have to build it intentionally, and you have to guard it fiercely. Think about that. Your name is already working for you or against you in rooms you haven't even walked into yet. It opens doors you never knocked on, and it closes others for good. In this game, how you're perceived often matters a lot more than the reality. So how do you build it? You get strategic.
Pick 3 words, maybe it's reliable, dangerous, excellent, and then you let every single thing you do reinforce them. Consistency is what builds a reputation, and when someone threatens it, you address it decisively.
Okay, so we've covered the principles, we've gone through the strategies, but let's be really clear about something. Knowing all this stuff is completely useless if you don't act on it. This isn't entertainment, this is a blueprint for your own transformation.
So I'm going to leave you with this one last direct question. What are you going to do tomorrow that you didn't do yesterday? Which weakness are you finally going to confront? Which skill are you going to sharpen? The transformation doesn't happen in some big single moment. It happens in the very next decision you make. The choice is yours. Now go and conquer.